watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. And got to excuse my voice a little bit. Been kind of working in the outside in the yard and got a little bit of that
green stuff in your throat.
Yeah, or brown stuff
Brown
from
and
the
green.
oak wilt. But nevertheless, Jeff, a big ball game tonight. Panthers come in fourth place against this Southwest Dragon team that is tied for first and that beat Medina Valley in the first meeting. So Medina Valley is one game into, or this is the second game into the second round. Panthers dropped a game last Friday, the rematch against South San. Medina Valley tried to even the match there, but fell short. Now, Jeff, is a big game. This can go a long ways as far as the Panthers in a chance to make the playoffs this year. You still control your own destiny. You went out and you're going to make the playoffs and improve your seeding from number 4 on.
Oh, yeah.
But it starts right here tonight.
Yeah, it absolutely, Maury. It's the second round has started. Like you said, Southwest and McCullum are tied at first place with 7-1 records.
And how ironic is that's who we play on Holy Week this week, both of those two.
Southwest and McCullum. Yeah, we get McCullum Thursday. So you can do a lot of damage this week.
Absolutely.
Medina Valley sitting at fourth place with a 4-4 overall mark. In third place by themselves right now are the South San Bobcats, and then it's Southside and Wynn are tied for fifth actually, and Harlandale is in 7th, and Southwest Legacy is in 8th. And Maury, and these teams have shown any day, any time, they can step up and win a game.
Yep.
Your pitcher has a bad night, your best hitter has a bad night. These schools are all evenly enough matched that each and every night you got to bring your A game. And tonight, it's Coach Hernandez from Southwest. She's already stressed to me that she's worried about tonight's game because she knows that Medina Valley has a lot of talent, and she knows that at any moment, any night, they can play a really good game.
Well, Heckle and Jekyll this year, Jeff. Panthers start off 0-2, win 4 in a row, lose the next 2, evens it up at 4-4. This is a big ball game tonight. And if you want to add a little bit of insult to injury, it's parents' night here. If Southwest didn't need any other momentum besides Medina Valley coming to town.
Yeah, no doubt. Big game
night.
Big game because it's always a big game between Southwest and Medina Valley. And let's talk a little bit about the first game. First time they met, it was a good game the whole game until the last inning. Lisi Salazar pitched most of the game. She got into a little trouble, and then Lissa Montez came in and gave up a hit. And the score didn't indicate the game because it got away from the Panthers a little bit in the top of the 7th. But these are always good games between Medina Valley and Southwest. So it'll be interesting to see how. And the keys right now, the keys to this game. You want to know? This is the Lone Star Towing keys to the game. Okay,
which they are our pregame sponsor.
That's right. Lone Star Towing is our pregame sponsor, and once again, we want to thank Lone Star Towing. And I did receive a message from him the other day that to mention that they do what do you call it? Cars that don't work, automobiles and stuff. If you want to donate them, you want to get rid of them, they will come and pick them up.
Oh, okay.
So that is another thing that they do with Lone Star Towing. But the key to the game tonight is going to be getting this bottom half of the Southwest lineup out. That is your 5 through 9 hitters. If you can get the 5 through 9 hitters out and get them out consistently, Medina Valley will have a good chance of winning the games. Those first 3 or 4 hitters for Southwest are pretty good.
Yes.
Okay. Highlighted by number 3, by their 3-hole hitter, Paris Alaquinez, who went like 4 for 4 this past week and got a game ball in the Express News. Her sister bats in the 2-hole. Those 2 girls right there are a combination. One likes to bunt. They'll both bunt. They'll all bunt. But
depending
one likes
on
to
the
bunt.
situation.
That's right. One likes to bunt, and Paris likes to hit. So getting those 4, keeping the runners at the bottom of the lineup off the base and letting those 4 just do their thing, that'll be the key to the game.
And if the field kind of looks a little different than it did last year, Jeff.
Beautiful.
They redid the field. It is turf. Beautiful scoreboard out in left field.
Yep, new scoreboard,
just
new turf, first-class facility out here at Southwest.
Beautiful.
Yep.
And you're probably going to see a lot of playoff games here now because it's usually wet during the time when the playoffs come.
Yep.
You're looking for a field that you can play on.
You got Northside and you got
Somerset.
You got Somerset, you got Jordanton here. Now you've got Southwest, and you also have Northeast. I mean, so more and more fields are going to this turf surface. And, man, it's a true hop. It's a true bounce. And like you said, Maury, you can play when it's wet.
Yep. And with that said, Jeff, they're just finishing up Parents' Night. We're going to take a commercial break and be back for the first pitch when Panther softball continues here in just a minute.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks, plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash, and $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down, or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Dotson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dotson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Have you ever made a friend by accident? I know I have. This is Alec with Lone Star Towing of Natalia, and I just want to let y'all know that I pay top dollar for your junk, wrecked, and abandoned vehicles. I can even come to your location and tow it out of there at no extra charge. Give me a call at 210-777-0585, and I'll be sure to get you taken care of quickly.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling.
And thank you to Lone Star Towing for being our pregame sponsor, located in Natalia, Texas. Lone Star Towing.
For Medina Valley, leading off will be Alyssa Montez, followed by Ariel Chichester and Avery Nash, the top three. Middle three, Mackenzie Viejo, Aniston Stivers, and Morgan Castiglione. Bottom three, Kaylee Upton, Amisteth Valenzuela, and Elena Gonzalez. Claire Bain is listed as the flex and at first base. For your hometown Southwest Dragons, inside the circle, Miss Terrazas, Alaquines behind the plate, Garza at first, Santos at second, Saldana at third, Betancourt at short, Gutierrez in left, Madison Alaquines in center field, and Arce in right field. A little different change up in the lineup tonight as Medina Valley puts their two big hitters first and second to try to generate some offense early in Montez and Chichester. So we're going to be missing AD once again as she's
still under the
out
weather
for her second game.
Yep.
Hopefully she'll be back next week. But you do what you got. Shuffle the lineup up. Let's hope this works out for Medina Valley tonight.
Little shuffle. Alyssa Montez is getting on
much.
base. She's getting on base, and you got to have something. Something to bring her home.
First pitch from Terrazas is foul back out of play. 0-1. Aggressive already. Or the Panthers swinging at that first pitch.
Let me go ahead and right away apologize for our angle tonight with our camera. we got bumped a little bit, so
we didn't get bumped, Jeff. The extension cord only goes so far, and then we ran out of length.
Yeah.
The 0-1 pitch is outside, 1-1. It was either going to be this angle or the angle on the other side, so hopefully it still covers the whole field.
Oh, Maury, we got some big things going on tonight. Both soccer teams are in the first round of the playoffs.
Shot down the first baseline, out of play, 1-2.
What Alyssa needs to learn is that was a defensive swing with a 1-1 count. You know, she's got to be more aggressive with her swings early in the count. And that was, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was kind of a defensive swing there. That was a 2-strike count. But how can you argue with what she's been doing this year?
No, that one she had to go after because you don't want to put you don't know what the strike zone's going to be just yet.
Right.
Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You don't want to find out with 2 strikes.
Wind was blowing a little harder, Jeff. It doesn't look like it's blowing as strong, but what would you say it's going from right to left, blowing a little in?
It almost looks like it's going across.
So Montez waits the 1-2 pitch once again. Ground ball up the middle. Pitcher feels it and off the first for the put out. Terrazas to Garza for the put out. 1-3 if you're scoring at home for out number 1. That's going to bring up Ariel Chichester, third baseman for the Panthers. Ariel, I believe, Jeff, was in the 4-hole behind Dominguez before
they
got
kind of just
injured a little bit.
Looks like they just kind of maybe pushed everybody up a little bit, and Nash now in the 3-hole.
Which has been one of your hottest hitters of late in Avery Nash. First pitch from Terrazas is a strike called over the outside corner.
Well, there you see, that's where you're going to get that, that outside corner there. She's going to attack it mercifully.
The 0-1. Ball low. Down 1-1.
Little drop ball there. Actually, that was more like a curveball.
Curveball, yeah. Have to move my vantage point a little bit, Jeff. I was stuck right behind the umpire and couldn't see the throw. That pitch was in tight on the knees, 2-1.
Yeah. Terrazas, we've seen her the last 2 years, and she does have a tendency to get a little wild at times too, and not exactly hit her spots, but she will move it in and out. She's got a couple of different pitches she'll throw.
2-1.
That was that was a fastball right on the outside part of the plate again. Didn't get the call.
Small strike zone so far. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Hitters count here for Chichester.
And the pitch. A number off the fist, third baseman in foul ball territory, and that's Saldana. And, Jeff, that was ball 4. That was in on the hands there.
It was either ball 4 or it was a pitch you can't do anything with. And that's not a pitch that, you swing at in that situation. 3-1 count, you're looking for something out over the white part of the plate that you can drive. And a lot of the girls, Maury, that's their problem this year, is that they're not swinging at pitches in the, in the hitters' counts that they need to be swinging at.
So now Avery Nash steps to the plate. Avery is listed as a designated player tonight for the Panthers in the number 3 hole.
Yeah, and Maury, I look at that wind now, and that flag is actually blowing a little bit this direction, so it looks like it's more in from the right field, maybe to third base. Right field to third base kind of flow.
The 1-0 pitch to Nash. Strike call right across the knees, right on the inside part of the plate.
She turned that one over a little bit, like a screwball for a baseball pitcher.
Terrazas to 1-1 pitch, outside 2-1.
Went back to that cutter on the outside. I call it a cutter. I think it's more of a curveball.
So Nash digs in, the 2-1 pitch. Grounded foul.
That's the same pitch that Chichester swung at, and Nash was able to get out in front and get the head of the bat on it. But there again, it's a 2-1 pitch. You probably don't want to swing at that pitch, or you want to foul it away.
2-2 now is the count with 2 outs. Top of the first. A ground out and a fly out so far for the Panther batters. Nash awaits the 2-2. Ball is lifted into left field. Left fielder giving chase and makes the play in foul ball territory. On the run is Gutierrez. She had to cover a lot of ground and did out there in the outfield. Panthers go down in order, 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Through half an inning, we're scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Betancourt, Alaquines, and Alaquines, the top three. Garza, Gutierrez, Terrazas, the middle three. Piedra, Arce, and Saldana, the bottom three for the hometown Dragons. For the Panthers, Montez inside the circle, up in her battery mate behind the plate. Claire Bain at first, Valenzuela at second, Chichester at third, Gonzalez at short, Stivers in left, Castiglione in center, and in right field.
And Mario was talking about earlier, soccer. Both teams are in the first round of the playoffs. The boys are at Northeast against MacArthur, and the girls are at Loma Alta, home game. Don't even remember who they were playing, but they are playing first round games tonight, and we'll try to keep you updated on scores.
Mackenzie Viejo in right field. First pitch is ball 1-0. And Jeff, just to start this ball game, you can see Viejo shading her eyes already. That sun is going to be a factor in right field until it goes behind the bleachers. So the second baseman and the right fielder are going to have to deal with the sun early in this contest.
Yeah, the center fielder shading her eyes too.
That's Morgan Castiglione. Vallejo does have sunglasses on, so that'll help her a little bit. Amistad Valenzuela with no sunglasses, along with Castiglione with none. The 1-1 pitch is high. 2 balls and 1 strike to Tommy Betancourt, the shortstop. Montez, the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Gonzalez over to first for the putout. Gonzalez to Bain for out number 1. 6-3 if you're scoring at home for the first out. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Madison Alaquines.
Center fielder number 4, Madison Alaquines.
Her sister, Paris Alaquines, waits on deck. First pitch is outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Madison is a slapper, but she will lay down a bunt at any time. So you definitely got to watch her hands if you're Chichester.
Way open stance for
We're really not playing her to slap in the outfield.
Nope. Deep. Swing through that one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
She may be an all-field slapper, though.
Castiglione cheating her a little bit towards left field.
Is there such thing as an all-field slapper?
I think so. Foul back. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Jeff, this is the count here where Alyssa's kind of made some mistakes when she's ahead in the count 1
left
and 2.
It out over the plate. This is where you pick away at your corners now. change your speeds, up, change the eye level,
Yep.
Do some different things.
That pitch is low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2-2 counts where it's your best pitch. Best pitch on 2-2. What is your best pitch going to be tonight? What felt good for you in the bullpen?
Well, we'll see what it is. Just off the plate, full count. Good discipline there by Alaquines. Of course, those two were pretty much way outside. So now Madison Alaquines waits the full count pitch. Ground ball, foul back. They're saying she didn't touch it, but she fouled it off, definitely. Home plate umpire made the call right away.
Yeah.
Gets a little laugh from her sister as her sister gives her the bat back. Payoff again. Ground ball is short. Gonzalez charging in. Quick throw over.
Oh.
Wow. Just got away from Bame there. That's going to be an error on the play, an E3. So Paris Alaquines now steps to the plate. Good job by Gonzalez, Jeff, charging in there. Throw had her.
Yeah.
And it looked like
Bame
just kind of took her eye off of it.
It kind of brought her up the line a little bit, but play should have been made. Now you got to watch for anything, and this one will bunt in this situation too.
First pitch is outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
What you don't want to do is you don't want to get yourself in trouble here. You need to go ahead and throw strikes to this one and just kind of see what happens, because your big bat's on deck.
Yep, Garza's waiting on deck. Of course, this is a big bat right here.
Big bat here, yeah, definitely.
1-0 pitch. Strike called. Right across the knees on the inside part of the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Madison Alaquines at first. Reached on an error. The 1-1 pitch to Paris Alaquines. Just low, 2 balls and 1 strike.
That's going to be a problem now for Montez. If she cannot get that changeup over the plate, they're going to sit on that fastball.
2-1. Down low, 3-1.
It looked like it kind of surprised Upton, the catcher, that she caught it with her heel up instead of out in front.
So let's see how dangerous Montez wants to get with this 3-1 pitch. Ball is fouled back out of play.
Tell you what, perfect location, right on the outside half of the plate. If it feels good, try it again.
That's definitely where Montez wanted that pitch. Full count now coming. Alaquines should be in motion at first. Swing and a miss. Great pitch there.
Look at Alyssa even had a big old grin on her face after that strikeout.
That's a big out.
Big out.
First baseman Marina Garza now steps to the plate. That's good pitching, Jeff. As you said, change the eye level on that pitch. Kind of went up a little bit.
Well, and it was close enough to be called a strike.
Swing and
There's
a miss.
Change up. That one looked good. Change up on the first pitch that time.
Well, Kaylee Upton wanted to try to backdoor that runner at first.
Like they're going to do something here. There are too many signs being thrown around now. Signs
1-4, whatever that
signs
means on the wristband. Whatever that means on the wristband.
1-4?
Change up and the throw down.
Oh,
not in time. Oh, my.
Slid past the bag.
Slid past. The throw was there, but, Jeff, that was a good jump. That was a great jump by Madison Alaquines. But nevertheless, it's 0-2 now.
Yep.
On the cleanup hitter.
Now this is where, if you're Montez, that you've struggled. So she needs to low, high, move the ball around. That's a little bit too outside. And when you try to throw that pitch outside, there's a difference between missing and missing bad. You want to miss sometimes. You want to miss right off the edge of the plate, like she did on that strikeout. That was a bad miss. You want to keep it close enough that you're making them think about it.
The 1-2. Ooh. Wow. That was a good pitch right there.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. I'm not sure where that was.
Wow, Deuce is wild, though. Little in tight, I think. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Count now 2-2 to Garza. Swing and a miss on a changeup or a curveball. It was an off-speed.
Or something that moved, for sure. So great job by Montez of pitching out of that.
Yep, for the Dragons in that inning, no runs, no hits, 1 left on base. We're through 1 scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Night shift.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Viejo, Stivers, and Castiglione stepping to the plate now. 4, 5, and 6. Terraza's back in the circle for the Dragons. First pitch is lifted in the shallow left field. Left fielder coming on and makes the play. Gutierrez out there. Responsible now for 2 outs. F7 for out number 1. Aniston Stivers now, the left fielder, steps to the plate now for the Panthers. First pitch is outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
That was first pitch swinging, wasn't it, for
yes,
Vallejo? Nothing wrong being aggressive early.
The 1-0 pitch. Ball is lifted into shortstop area, and Betancourt puts that away. F6. Heavier scoring at home for the second out of the inning. Morgan Castiglione now steps to the plate for the Panthers. Castiglione in center field tonight. First left-handed batter in the lineup for the Panthers. I think it might be the only one tonight for the Panthers. Outside, ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, and you might not get that where this umpire's setting up in the slot over here to a lefty. You may not get that outside call as much to this lefty.
The 1-0. Foul back into the screen, 1-1. Terrazas twirls the ball, and the pitch is just off the plate, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Ground ball foul at the feet of Castiglione. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Scoreless here in the top of the second.
Happy Holy Week, Maury.
Thank you. Same to you. Looking forward to Easter, actually. Well, I always look forward to Easter. Check swing outside, full count.
You look forward to Easter because you get your Cadbury egg.
Ooh, Reese's.
Reese's
with
the
I like
milk
them.
chocolate and peanut butter, and I've already gone through a couple bags of those at work.
Payoff pitch. Shot in the right field for a base hit. First base runner of the night for the Panthers. A 2-out single for Castiglione.
Yeah, there's a all-field slap hitter.
Kaylee Upton now steps to the plate for the Panthers.
Upton, the good hitter in this spot right here. Upton's got some power. She can put one off of that green wall out there,
Jeff,
which is 200 all the way around.
This year I have 3 great grandchildren that get to hunt Easter eggs. Bowen, Adeline, and Cash.
For Uncle Maury. Now she's not getting that outside pitch anymore.
Nope. 1-0 now to Upton. That's Castiglione at first.
Really and truly, it is missing on the chalk.
Yeah, it's close. Shot in the left field, another base hit.
But I'll tell you one thing she's been consistent of. She'll throw that first pitch outside, and she comes back inside with the second one. She's done that to a couple now.
Hits now with 2 outs. Amistad Valenzuela now steps to the plate for the Panthers. See if we have a courtesy runner for the catcher, Upton.
Yeah, we're going to have a courtesy runner. It looks like, I couldn't even tell you what number that is.
20-something? It's got a 2 on there, I think. Nope. Was that now 21?
I have no idea who that is. 27, it looks like. Do we have a 27?
Got an 87. 27, yep. Ovale.
Katie
Ovale. Ovale, excuse me. Will be the courtesy runner for Upton. So 2 runners on now with 2 outs. Back-to-back singles for Castiglione and Upton. Valenzuela now steps to the plate. Amistad playing second base this evening for the Panthers. First pitch is a strike called, 1-0.
Big spot here early for the young freshman.
Terraza stares in. Snap throw to the first, not in time. Avalle back in easy. That pitch was a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Valenzuela's limited at bats this year. She has shown that she will go to right field.
Ground ball to third. Third baseman feels it and makes the play unassisted. 5 unassisted for out number 3 for the Panthers in that inning. No runs on 2 hits, 2 left on base. We're through an inning and a half scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Dotson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dotson House Moving and Construction located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. You can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park
Rubber Pellets,
Chevrolet, and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Gutierrez, Terrazas, and Piedra, 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup for the Dragons. Scoreless here through an inning and a half. First pitch, shot into right field. Opposite field hit for Gutierrez. First base hit of the night for Southwest. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Angelina Terrazas. First pitch backs Terrazas off, almost hit her in the lead foot there. Good footwork there by Terrazas getting out of the way of that pitch.
Pitch got away from Montez.
Terrazas back in, waits the 1-0 pitch. Montez delivers. In tight for a strike right across the belt.
Good changeup there. She's throwing that changeup a lot more tonight.
Evens the count at 1.
Early score from the girls' soccer match. With 24 minutes left in the first half, Medina Valley leads 1-0.
The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Gonzalez with it. Over to second. Relay not in time, but they get the lead runner. 6-4 for out number 1. Terrazas reaches on a fielder's choice.
Cleanly, she could almost have taken it herself. But
just wanted to make sure.
Got the lead out.
Going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Terrazas. And I just got the top half of their roster. I didn't get the bottom
15.
half. 15 will come in and run for Terrazas. Aaron Piadra, the designated player, steps to the plate now for the Dragons. Number 7 hitter in the lineup.
Trying to see more if I can read the bottom of that lineup. Nope, I can't. Mackenzie Calandras.
Calandras?
Number 15, Mackenzie Calandras.
Calandras, the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Terrazas. What's her first name?
Mackenzie. Oh, yeah, the courtesy runner.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Calandras.
First pitch is ball 1, 1-0. Just going to call her MC. Is that all right?
That's whatever you prefer.
MC, the courtesy runner at first. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Snap throw down. MC back in head first. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on. Piedra at the plate. Ball is lifted. It'll carry back behind the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Piedra staring in, waits 1-2 pitch for Montez. That ball is lifted, foul back out of play once again. Same spot. Same
Somebody
Panther
in the
fan.
bleachers
That's
made a
Mr.
good catch.
Upton up there with both of those catches on that foul ball.
Well, you know, in the Savannah Bananas games, I think those are outs.
Is that right, huh?
They have, I don't know. They have some strange rules in the Savannah Bananas games.
1-2 once again. Ground ball to third. Chichester up. Only throws his first in time.
That's good job.
Good job by Ariel getting the sure out at first for out number 2. MC moves to second base with 2 outs. And Eliana Arce, the right fielder, steps to the plate for the Dragons. See if Montez can strand the runner at second. First pitch is a strike called, 0-1. The 0-1 fouled back down the first base line, 0-2.
Can't help but think about some of the great battles that these two teams have had, Maury, over the past, well, I don't know how long we've been doing this, 8 years, 9 years?
Man, some good ones.
Yeah. And it always seems like, well, I'm not even going to say it.
The 0-2 is way high and outside, 1-2.
Just say the visiting team always plays well.
RC digs back in, waits the 1-2 pitch, and it's on its way. Foul back into the screen. Count stays at 1-2.
I always told my pitchers, I said, when that ball hits off of a light pole or something like that, grab it and use it again.
Got a soft spot on it. The 1-2. Foul back. Got a defensive swing there by Arcee to keep that at bat going. Didn't like the location, but didn't want to give the umpire a chance to call her out.
And this is where the Terrazas for Southwest has done a good job of busting them back inside. It's a 2-1 count or 1-2 count. You can try to get one on the inner half of the plate.
That was high and outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, scoreless. MC, the courtesy runner at second base with 2 outs. And the 2-2.
There's that inside pitch.
Wow.
Wow, that was a good pitch, too. Really good pitch right there.
From my view, that was strike 3.
Yeah, it didn't catch any part of that white line, did it?
No, that caught the black part of the plate. Payoff pitch.
There it is. Oh, wow.
I do not know what the strike zone is here tonight.
I don't think she does either.
My, oh my, that was 2 pitches in a row, quality pitches. Nevertheless, Arcee reaches on a 2-out walk. Ebony Saldana, the third baseman, steps to the plate.
Hey, the boys have got a score update on the boys soccer game, the playoff game by district round against MacArthur. The boys are tied 1-1 with 8 minutes left in the first half.
And who were the girls playing? They're up 1-0, though.
Yep.
Saldana waits. Montez, the first pitch, a ground ball in the hole by a diving Valenzuela. The throw home. Good throw in there.
Throw.
Beautiful by Viejo out there. No chance for MC to score. But the bases are loaded, Jeff, and we go back to the top of the order.
Yeah, this is what you didn't want.
To Tommy Betancourt.
And this is what we talked about before the game. You got to get the ones out at the bottom of the order. The girls are playing Edison High School, the Golden Bears.
Betancourt grounded out to the shortstop, her first at bat to start the ball game, but now bats with the bases juiced. First pitch is a ground ball to Chester, but foul. Oh, and 1 to Betancourt. The 0-1 just off the plate, 1-1. The 1-1 outside, 2-1. And Jeff, that pitch there looked like Upton was set up on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah.
That one bounced in,
and it bounced to her
right to the middle of the plate.
Change up.
2-1. 2 outs, bases full. Scoreless here in the bottom of the second. 2-1 pitch, ground ball up the middle. Gonzalez with it, feels it in time for the putout. Fielder's choice. But 6 unassisted for out number 3 on the ground out for the Dragons in that inning. No runs. 2 hits, 3 left on base. We go to the third, scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Big State Electric is raising the bar in the San Antonio electrical industry. Working with local and forward-thinking companies, we are changing the downtown skyline with beautiful and innovative buildings. As well as working with local universities, we are revolutionizing academic sports with cutting-edge and high-tech electrical solutions. Join us as we light up the future one project at a time. Big State Electric, competence and quality since 1966. Supporting San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the Gulf Coast region.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by Nard Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Elena Gonzalez, the shortstop, now leads off for the Panthers. The second left-handed batter in the lineup for Medina Valley. Her and Castiglione are the two lefties in the starting lineup tonight. Takes that pitch outside, ball one ball and no strikes. Ball is lifted down the third base, fair. Gonzalez waved around to second in time. The throw goes over.
There.
And on the air, the throw will go to right field. Gonzalez.
Great hustle there by Gonzalez.
Beautiful hustle.
So she actually gets a double, and a throwing error will get her to third base. So good job there. Good hustle by Gonzalez to lead off the inning.
Montez.
And she slid on her belly, so now she's kind of trying to catch her breath. Needs a minute to catch her breath.
Yeah, the turf don't give like a little bit of sand does.
Really?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't like sliding on either one, so especially on my belly.
If I'd slide on my belly, my feet wouldn't even touch the ground.
It'd be more like a rocking horse.
Yeah. A hobble horse. A hobby horse.
Yeah.
But, Jeff, that's a great job of hitting, going the opposite way. Had the double on her mind right from the start.
That line.
The throw from right field
and she's
got away from the second baseman.
Fastest girl on the team, and she had her mind made up.
So now Montez steps to the plate, can help her own cause.
Now, Montez is in a unique position for her right here.
Runner at third?
Runner at third base. She just needs to get something she can drive into the outfield. You're looking for something up high in the zone, over the plate, that you can drive into the outfield.
And you know with Alyssa, she likes that right side of the field to hit to.
Yep.
The 1-0 pitch in there. She tries it, but it's just going to go out of play, 1-1. Pitcher versus pitcher matchup here. Three hits tonight for the Panthers. Down low. 2-1. First base is open. Chichester waits on deck. Gonzalez, the runner, at third, 60 feet away. Pitch is off the plate, 3-1. Now, Jeff, Alyssa here needs to be selective.
Yeah,
if it's not good, take that walk.
Here's a different situation now. With Alyssa batting in a 3-1 count and first base open, before, you may just say go ahead and throw her something else outside again and let's take our chances and put her on base. Now you got Chichester hitting behind her.
Ball four.
And that was pretty close to being a strike as well, but it was on the outside half of the plate.
Ariel Chichester now steps to the plate.
First
Chichester
walk of the game,
popped up. Yes, Chichester popped up to the third baseman. We're going to have a courtesy runner here for the pitcher, Montez.
Looks like Haley Marshall, maybe. Maybe? I can't see the number.
Yes.
Number 2,
Haley Marshall will be the courtesy runner at first. Runners at the corners with nobody out. Panthers have a chance here to break this scoreless tie.
Baseball game is underway out at Panther Stadium as the Panthers start the second round of baseball. They were undefeated in the first round of play. They have a 2-game lead currently over the nearest competition, so keep it rolling baseball.
First pitch to Chichester. Marshall bluffs the throw, and a slide home is not in time. Marshall went halfway. The throw down was cut in front of the base, but a good job of running by Gonzalez. That speed, Jeff, just too much.
Stolen base. Double steal there. I think they both get credit there for a stolen base, Maury.
So Marshall moves to second base now, the courtesy runner. That pitch, I want to say, was a strike.
Yeah, was a strike, sorry.
So 0-1 to Chichester. But the Panthers scratched the first run across.
That looked like pretty close to a strike there, too.
Just off the plate, 1-1.
Chichester looked like she was taking the whole way on that first one because that pitch was right down the pipe.
Well, they must have had that play on.
But still, I'm not sure how they have taught it before, but you get a pitch right down the pipe, unless you have a runner on first base and your runner is stealing and you don't want to take that steal away. You want to create, something else, but
2-1.
Shot
into the gap.
That's going to be a gapper. That's going to find the
wall. That's
wall.
going to score Marshall. Marshall will stand up. That's another double for the Panthers. That's a rocket by Chichester. She went shopping at the gap.
Well, I'll tell you what, too, Maury. Any ball that hits off of that outfield fence, because it's that corrugated tin, could take a funky bounce. And most of them will take a funky bounce because that
could hit one of those creases.
Yeah, and that's what happened right there. It took a little bit of a funky bounce.
But it was hit good enough where there was no way they were going to get Marshall at home base.
Right.
It was just a matter of, is Chichester going to get a good bounce off of that wall where she could stand up at second with a stand-up double, and she did. So 2 doubles now for the Panthers. Panthers have scratched across 2 runs here now. Runner at second with nobody out, and Nash up at the plate. Nash flew out to the left fielder to end inning number 1. So she is 0 for 1.
Well, this umpire likes a clean white plate, doesn't she? She don't want any of them rubber pellets on her plate. I think it's one of those time-killing things.
Pitching coach out to talk to her pitcher, Terrazas. Whole infield gathers around.
Yeah, nobody out yet, Maury.
Good chance here, Jeff, to just bust this one wide open here.
And just keep adding to it.
Absolutely.
You never, with this Southwest group,
never enough runs.
You're never too far ahead. And you got to take advantage of scoring opportunities.
First pitch to Nash is foul back out of play.
That's that pitch again. It runs in hard on a right-handed batter, and girls have got to find a way to stay off of that pitch.
0-1.
And she was real deliberate about it. She gets that arm angle, comes inside out.
Ground ball.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
She comes way in here when she throws that little pitch. So she's real deliberate about it.
1-1 is the count. Nash awaits. Strike called. 1-2. Chichester, the runner at second. The 1-2 pitch to Nash is outside, 2-2. Leadoff double by Gonzalez. She moved to third.
On a throwing
error. Came around and scored. Stole home. Ball is lifted foul back into the screen. Count stays at 2-2. Haley Marshall was the courtesy runner for Montez. She came around and scored on the double by Chichester. Those are the 2 runs that the Panthers have pushed across here into third. Still nobody out with a runner at second. It counts 2-2 on to number 3 hitter Avery Nash. A shot in the left, but it's going to be foul.
Good job of keeping your hands back for Nash, fouling that one off. Just keep fouling pitches off until she makes a mistake. Got a feeling she may come back outside here.
Gets a sign from the pitching coach. Now Nash steps back out. Now awaits a 2-2 pitch.
Ooh,
it hits her.
Back in.
And that hit by pitch is sponsored by Hazel Russell, your State Farm agent. When accidents happen as hit by pitches, your State Farm agent is there. Now batting for the Panthers, the right fielder Mackenzie Viejo. Viejo is 0 for 1. She flew out to start inning number 2 to the left fielder, so she is 0 for 1. 2 runners on now.
Don't see any signs from third base coach down here, so it looks like they're going to let Vallejo swing away in this situation.
Number 4 hitter. Panthers looking to tack on some more runs here. First pitch to Vallejo is outside, 1-0. Pitch, strike called, 1-1. McKenzie's back in. Terrazas, the 1-1 pitch off the plate, 2-1. Chichester is your runner at second. Nash at first. Terrazas checks the pitching chart on the wrist. The 2-1 pitch. Strike call, 2-2. Big at bat here for Vallejo. Got to move the runners up. Takes that pitch inside, tight, full count, 3-2.
That one looked pretty good, Maury, from where I was. My vantage point.
The Southwest fans didn't like it.
Yeah, she's going to.
And that was a worse pitch than the one she called before. Wow. Should have been out on the pitch before instead of that one.
She knew she missed it. And so she wasn't going to miss it again.
So a strikeout for out number one. Aniston Stivers steps to the plate. Stivers popped up to the shortstop, or first at bat, so she is 0 for 1. Strike called, 0-1.
Back up the middle.
The 0-1 off the plate, 1-1. Panthers with 2 runs across here in the third. Have a chance for some more with 2 runners on with 1 out. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chichester is your runner at second. Nash at first. Stivers at the plate. Down in the count, though, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Margaret Castiglione waits on deck. The 1-2 pitch. Off the plate, 2-2. Umpire likes to call that inside strike, Jeff, but not that outside one.
She's back and forth. She's back and forth for sure.
Stivers
does a good job of keeping the ball on the corner.
Stivers crowding the plate now, the 2-2 pitch. Shot into left, but foul. Deuce is wild, 2-2, 2 runners on, 1 out. The pitch. Change up, swing and a miss for out number 2. So back-to-back strikeouts for Terrazas. Looking to get out of this little bit of a jam. Castiglione steps to the plate now. Castiglione singled, but was stranded on the bases in inning number 2. So she is 1 for 1. Wow, good job there by Paris Alaquines.
Yeah, she came out of her crouch.
Got out of that one quick, or that would have
got to that ball.
That would have moved the runners up 60 more feet to second and third instead of first and second. The 1-0 outside, 2-0.
Wind's picked up a little bit more.
Yeah, it has.
Blowing in straight from right field now, it looks like.
I was hoping it kind of lay down a little bit as the evening went on.
I learned my lesson last Friday.
I didn't. 2-2. Shot right over the shortstop. She goes back and makes the play over the shoulder catch. F6 if you're scoring home for out number 3 for the Panthers in that inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. Panthers lead 2-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Alaquinez, and Garza, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. Madison Alaquinez now steps to the plate. Madison reached on an error, but was stranded on the bases. So she is 0 for 1. First pitch is foul back, 0-1.
Got an update. Looks like it's 2-0. The girls are leading Edison at halftime.
Awesome.
At Loma Alta.
Awesome. The 0-1 is outside, 1-1.
I'm not sure how soccer works, Maury, but I believe they'll play.
Whoever has the most
Thursday.
goals after the end of the game wins.
Well, yeah. True, except in district play.
No, if you have the most goals, you still win.
Yeah, but if it's 0-0, who wins?
I said the most goals.
Anyway, they I would assume they're going to play 2 games a week, so I assume they play Thursday. If they
should be,
the winner should
think,
play Thursday. Yep. They won't play on Friday because of Good Friday.
2-1 to count. Ball is fouled back, 2-2. And the 2-2.
Long stare in.
Yep. Foul back once again. Count stays at 2-2. Madison Alaquinez leading off here in the third. Panthers with the first lead of the ball game, 2-0. They scratched 2 in the top of the third. 2-2 pitch.
Nice pitch.
Strike called for out number 1. Paris Alaquinez now steps to the plate. Paris is 0 for 1. Strikeout victim for the second out in inning number 1. First pitch is off the plate, 1-0.
Little change up there.
Long stare in from Montez. The 1-0.
Nice.
Strike call, 1-1. Alaquinez steps out, gathers herself, now steps back in. Montez, the 1-1 pitch. Strike called, 1-2. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Paris Alaquinez. Montez with 4 now in the ball game. Marina Garza now steps to the plate. Garza also a strikeout victim in inning number 1, so she is 0 for 1. Timeout called. Well, Ted's taking a lot of time in between pitches. But if that's what it takes to strike him out, we'll take it. First pitch is ball low, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Shot into the outfield. Castiglione takes charge for the out. F8 if you're scoring that home for out number 3. For the Dragons, no runs, no hits. Nobody left on base. We're through 2-3. Panthers lead 2-0. Panthers softball will continue in just a moment.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Welcome back to Panthers softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction. We're going to go ahead and read reader here about Magnolia Filling Station. The Magnolia Filling Station features a dark roast and a Fiorella blend medium roast drip coffee, lattes, iced lattes, cold brews, Kai lattes, mochas, teas, and lemonade. Made daily from scratch pastries, muffins, cookies, cupcakes, and banana bread, just to name a few. A variety of sandwiches to include ham, turkey, Italian, pimento cheese, protein lunch boxes, English muffin breakfast sandwiches, and fresh fruit parfaits. Sit outside under the patio and enjoy the historic downtown Castroville atmosphere, or sit inside and visit with the friendly baristas and locals. Located at 1101 Fiorella Street in beautiful downtown Castroville. Thank you to Magnolia Filling Station. Up to bat now is Kaylee Upton. First pitch to Upton is ball 1. Let's see what it. Kaylee got a base hit, a single to left field, her first time up. Pitch ran inside on her hands, and she's able to foul it off down the line. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Upton. Kaylee Upton will be continuing her softball career as she has signed with, it's West Texas College in Snyder, West Texas Junior College in Snyder. So we wish her well. 1-1 count to Upton. And that pitch is going to be high. So 2 balls, 1 strike now.
Upton singled in the second inning, but was stranded on the base path, so she is 1 for 1. Terrazas, high, 3 balls and 1 strike. Amistad Valenzuela waits on deck.
Be a big deal here to get Upton on base right now, because I almost guarantee Amethyst Valenzuela will be up there bunting, getting her over to second or getting the courtesy runner, whoever it may be. Big pitch here.
3-1, ball 4. Lead off walk. Second walk of the ball game issued for Terrazas. Valenzuela 0 for 1, fielder's choice, her first at bat. See if coach has Amistad squaring around here to advance the runner, and she does. Pulls it back for a strike.
Oh.
0-1.
She called that a strike?
Yes.
Because it was down the middle or what? It looked high.
I think
she definitely pulled it back.
I think she motioned that she didn't pull it back. But
wow.
Because Paris had to come out of her
she must have
crouch there to catch that one.
That's going to be strike 2.
Strike 2.
Execution.
Be tough to give it to her a bunt once again here when it's 0-2.
Camera.
0-2 is the count on Valenzuela. Upton at first.
Well, now you got to hit behind the runner. That was perfect pitch right there. If you're going to try to hit behind the runner, it's something you're looking at. Something on the outside part of the plate.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first and no outs. 4th inning, swing and a miss. Snap throw down, not in time. Strikeout for out number 1. Elena Gonzalez now steps to the plate. Gonzalez doubled and scored the first run for the Panthers. She led off with a double in the 3rd.
Shortstop number 9, Elena Gonzalez.
Fastest Panther tonight, or on the field, period. Takes that first pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Alyssa Montez waits on deck. Upton is your runner at first. A leadoff walk. Squirrel round bunt outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Sorry, Maury.
It's all right.
Sorry, Maury, but I did bring a little towel for you to put on your leg if
Oh,
you
I'm
get cold.
just fine.
Okay.
2-0.
I brought a jacket today.
Outside, 3-0. Terrazas with the stare-in. The 3-0 pitch. Strike call, 3-1. Taken all the way was Gonzalez. Still got to be selective here with 3-1.
Yeah, no, definitely. Don't want to swing at anything on the corners or anything you're not looking for.
3-1.
Like that right there.
Strike
call.
call.
My goodness.
Wow.
But that's not a pitch you wanted to swing at right there.
No, but that was a pitch I thought was ball 4.
Yeah. I think I had already called it ball 4.
So the payoff pitch now coming to Gonzalez. Terrazas bears down. Foul back into the screen. Almost hit somebody, the GoPro or whatever that's called up
camera.
There. Might even had seams on that there you could pick up there off of that camera shot. But the count stays now on the foul tip, still 3-2.
That's going to be ball 4.
Well, I was waiting. So the second walk of the inning has runners at first and second with 1 out. Alyssa Montez steps to the plate. Alyssa, a ground out, walked and scored the second run of the ball game off of Chichester's double. It was actually Haley Marshall that scored in that spot as she was the courtesy runner after Montez walked. So 0 for 1 with a run scored. Panthers with runners at first and second with 1 out, looking to add on to this 2-0 lead. First pitch is a shot by the second baseman. Runner will be waved home. The throw is not in time. Good job by Upton running on the hit.
That's not Upton. That's a courtesy runner, number 9.
That's number 6. Right there that just scored. Kaylee Upton.
You got it. My bad. She left her in. She didn't have her courtesy runner for her that time, huh?
Nope.
All right.
So Upton scores. Runners move to third. Good job of running the bases by Gonzalez from first to third.
Well, that ball just squeezed under the second baseman's glove there.
Chichester now steps to the plate.
And we do have a courtesy runner over there, Haley Marshall.
Haley Marshall now will be the courtesy runner for Montez.
You would almost guarantee here that Chichester will be swinging away. And you may see a double steal again here, Maury. Wouldn't not surprise me.
First pitch.
There it is.
The strike called.
And they got her this time.
Nope, she's back in
she
time.
Came back, though. She got a bad break that time.
But nevertheless, Marshall moves to second base. This pitch is a strike.
Yeah, bad jump that time by Gonzalez. You have to let that ball pass the pitcher.
Yes.
You know, and I think that Alaquines has a good enough arm that it zipped past the pitcher. And
ground ball foul to Chester. And Jeff, on that base hit from Montez, you got to think if it's a standard second baseman, maybe can have a chance at that. But being it's a left-hander, she had to go across her body to catch that one in between the holes.
Good observation.
And it made her tougher on her to feel that ground ball.
Good observation there, Murray.
Because Santos is playing second base, and she's a lefty, and she had to go across her body where if it had been a normal right-handed second baseman, she probably could have fielded that ball and kept it in the infield at least.
Yep.
That pitch is outside. Evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Panthers have scratched the run across and have increased the lead to 3-0. Looking to add more.
Pitcher shaking off her coach. Yep. Well, that's good to see. She knows what she's comfortable with.
Pitches backed off.
Oh, over at the Panther Den, Maury, the baseball team is down 2-0 after 1 inning.
Wow.
South San jumped on them in the top of the first.
Payoff pitch. Ground ball to short. Shortstop throw home. Not in time.
And a little pause in the slide, Maury, is what saved her there. Did you notice that she kind of her heel grabbed in the box when she slid? And it instead of Alaquines being able to just tag right there, she tagged air, and then Gonzalez continued her slide.
But nevertheless, it was the speed that made it even close, Jeff, with Gonzalez breaking in from home. But it was a good throw by the shortstop.
It sure was.
Beautiful throw by Betancourt.
And actually, the shortstop in that situation, she's playing a little too deep to throw home on a ball like that, wouldn't you say?
Yep. And the throw at her, it was like you said, just the digging in. Alaquines put the tag on there, but the artificial turf actually was responsible for that RBI. So Chester reaches on a fielder's choice, but gets credit for an RBI. Avery Nash now steps to the plate for the Panthers. Nash flew out and was hit by a pitch, so she is 0 for 1. Takes that pitch high, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Panthers have scratched across 2. 4-0 now is the score. And the pitch is a strike called, 1-1.
Pitch looked like it kind of surprised Avery a little bit that it caught that much of the plate. But Terrazas has been throwing stuff more over the white of the plate in this inning.
2-2.
Change up.
Ground ball, third baseman in, throw to first in time. Good scoop there at first, but a good job of hustling by the courtesy runner, Marshall.
And I tell you what, great job of base running there by Marshall.
Nash is retired 5-3 for out number 2. And, Jeff, that was a good job by the first baseman, Garza, digging that ball out.
Nice scoop, and she made the play at home close, but great job of base running by Haley Marshall. Waiting, and as soon as that ball's thrown from the third baseman, she takes off.
Viejo swing and a miss. Mackenzie Viejo is 0 for 2, a flyout and a strikeout. Now, does Nash get credit for that RBI?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. It's a ground out RBI.
So the 0-1 pitch is a strike called, or swing and a miss, 0-2. Panthers have got 3 more runs across here, 5-0 now if they've increased their lead. Top 4. The 0-2 pitch outside, 1-2. Chichester stands at second with 2 outs. Panthers with just 1 lone hit in this inning, but walks both came around and scored. 2-2 now is the count. Vallejo digs back in, awaits the 2-2 pitch. Ball is lifted down the right field line, but will fall foul. Count stays at 2-2. Hill steps back in. Terraza's 2-2 pitch once again. Ground ball down the third baseline, but foul.
Now, and McKenzie's doing a great job of fouling off pitches, waiting for that one mistake. Probably going to see that changeup here in a second again.
2-2, foul back. That's the third two-strike pitch. Vallejo's fouled off. Staying alive here. Two-two. Foul back once again. We'll do it again for the fourth time. And since Stivers waits on deck, should Vallejo extend this inning? Two-two. Ground ball by a diving third baseman into left field. Left fielder fielding it. And a good job of running the bases by Vallejo. That's the left fielder just froze with that ball. Vallejo all the way. Coach Perez sending her, not even hesitating there, moves them into scoring position. So a two-out single. Stivers now steps to the plate with two runners in scoring position. And he is 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. First pitch, outside, 1-0. Chichester at third. Vallejo at second. 2 outs. Panthers looking to add more here. The shot in the right field. 1 run will score. Holding her up at third. And Stivers will go to second on the throw. So an RBI single for Stivers. That scores Chichester. And we are going to have a pitching change for.
Is that 6-0 now?
The Dragons, yes.
Okay, I didn't miss one.
6-0. And we're going to take a commercial
break
and be back.
Like. Catch your
when
breath, Maury.
Panther softball continues in just a moment.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. New pitcher of record now is Sienna Diaz. As Castiglione steps to the plate, Morgan singled and then flew out, so she is 1 for 2. Has runners at second and third with 2 outs. Diaz delivers for a strike, 0-1. 6-0 now is your score.
I don't think we've seen Diaz pitch before, Maury. I think can't remember if we saw her last year or not.
The 0-1 pitch. It's foul back into the screen, 0-2. Viejo at third. Stivers at second. Castiglione in the box. Diaz with the 0-2 delivery. Way outside, 1-2. And the 1-2 outside, 2-2. Really deuces wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Panthers with 4 runs across here in the top of the 4th. Extended the lead to 6-0. Ground ball.
It's going to be
shortstop throw over, double clutch, not in time. Run scores.
Maury, the shortstop got in the way of the throw.
Third baseman.
That's why she had double clutch right there.
Viejo scores. Stivers moves to third.
And, I mean, you could almost give her an error there, but, you know, we're the home. They gave her an error on the scoreboard for the double clutch, I guess.
On the throw. And it really, it's a saying that it wasn't.
You know, I mean, if she fields it cleanly and she throws and she beats her out, that's a hit.
Yeah.
But she double clutched there because of the interference from the shortstop.
Kaylee Upton now steps to the plate. Upton singled, walked, and scored for the Panthers. So she is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Throw down. That's Castiglione in between the pickle. Throw to third. Stivers will go home. Should have kept going. Wow. Now she's down and run down.
Interference! Yeah, obstruction.
And let's see what they're going to call.
They called obstruction. She called obstruction right away.
No, she's moving her back. She's got to go back to third. She don't get to go.
No, she called that was obstruction. That's obstruction.
So Stivers will have to go back to third base. The runner will go back to second.
The runner cannot have obstruction. That's terrible. She stuck out her left arm right away. That indicates obstruction. The catcher was standing in the baseline, and she ran into her. So that's automatically obstruction on the catcher. And the umpire called it right. She called it correct the first time. She stuck her arm out. Now she changes her call. I don't understand that at all. So but they're sending everybody back to the base.
So Castiglione will get to stay at second, even though she started that at first. And Stivers has to go back to third to the base that she was previously on before that play happened. So one gets to advance, the other one doesn't? I'm not sure.
Yeah, so why do you let the runner go to second base? It makes no sense. Makes no sense on that one. But the coaches are okay with the call, so we play on.
So Castiglione moves to second. Upton now steps back in.
I would love to have the explanation of that after the game. You know, what exactly did you call? Because right away her arm came out for obstruction on the catcher. The catcher was clearly in the base path because the runner ran into her.
So there's 2 outs. Does that?
You know, the only thing she could have called is a dead ball because of an injury, because of Annie laying on the ground. So I don't know what the count is.
It's a 1 ball.
1 ball count?
Yes. Counts 1-0 to Upton. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Foul back to the screen, evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Got 2 outs still.
5 runs across here. 7-0 is your new score. Diaz with the stare-in. The 1-1 pitch. It's a shot in the left field. Left fielder calling it, coming in, and makes the play on the run is Gutierrez. F7 if you're scoring at home for out number 3. But for the Panthers in that inning, 5 runs on 3 hits, 2 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. The Panthers lead 7-0. Panthers softball will continue in just a moment.
Rusty Rooster
Rooster at 806 Highway 90 West in Castroville is the place to stop on your way home from work, or to drop by on the weekend to grab some beverages without ever leaving your truck. Rusty Rooster, the place in Castroville for quenching your thirst from sun up to sundown. Drive through today. Fast, convenient. That's Rusty Rooster, 806 Highway 90 West in Castroville. After all, anything goes till the rooster crows.
With Broadway Bank, your everyday banking is fast, easy, and digital. And now you can bank local and earn $300 when you open a new free checking account online with qualifying activities. Enjoy the convenience of a Texas-based bank with lots of local financial centers and an award-winning online and mobile banking experience that lets you bank when you want. Learn more about this limited time offer at broadway.bank/300. Minimum opening deposit is $25. Offer subject to change without notice. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Gutierrez to Rust up, Gutierrez, Diaz, and Piadra. 5-6-7 for the Dragons here in the fourth. First pitch is a strike called, 0-1. Gutierrez is 1 for 1. She singled to lead off inning number 2, but was grounded out on a fielder's choice, 6-4. Timeout called. And I'm not sure what's going on here as the home plate umpire is going to talk to Coach Perez. Not sure what that was all about. It's 0-1's the count on Gutierrez. Panthers 7-0. The 0-1. Ball is lifted into the outfield. Vallejo under it in right field for the putout. F9 for out number 1.
Update from the girls' game, 3-0 Medina Valley in their by-district soccer match with, 27 minutes left to go.
Diaz steps to the plate for the Dragons, takes that pitch for a ball 1.
And this is Diaz's first at bat as she came in to pitch. Correct, Maury?
Yes. The 1-0 pitch is a strike called, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball by Bame at first base for a single. As Diaz going the opposite way with that outside pitch for a single, for a base hit. I have a courtesy runner for the pitcher.
Now you want to come in and
looks like that'll be MC once again, courtesy running at first base.
Running in the same position.
So Piadra steps to the plate now. Piadra 0 for 1 as she grounded out in the second inning. Ball 1, 1-0.
What did this one do last time, Maury?
Grounded out to Chester at third.
Okay.
She's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, 1 runner on. Dragons bat here in the bottom of the fourth, trailing 7-0. One pitch, foul back in the screen, 1-2. Piedra steps out, gathers herself, now back in, swing and a miss.
Oh, no.
Throw gets away as Upton tried to backdoor MC, and she's going to be standing up at second base.
That was a strikeout, was it not?
Strikeout, yes.
Yep, so 2 outs now.
Ileana Arce steps to the plate.
That'll be the
no official at bats as she walked in the second.
Panthers' second error of the game.
First pitch to Arce is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs. One 0. A little flare over to second baseman for a base hit. Runner will come around and score. They have her hung up in between first and second.
Oh my God.
Throw gets away, but the runner will go back to second base.
First base.
Or the first base, excuse me. So a single by Arce and an RBI. First run of the ball game, and Jeff, that error come around across Medina Valley, that run there.
Right, because instead of that, you'd have, first and third possibly, or first and second,
or first and second.
Yeah, because the runner from second would have probably been taking off though on that. So,
nevertheless, 2 outs. RBI for Arce, a 2-out single.
Yeah, you want to
scores Diaz.
Try to get out of this inning with without the top of the order coming up.
Yep, Saldana will step to the plate. Well, Saldana singled her lone at bat, so she is 1 for 1 tonight. So a big batter coming up here.
Yeah, want to be aggressive right here. Want to go right at this 9-hole batter.
As Arce's at first. First pitch is low, ball 1 ball and no strikes.
And then, in pass, this is when Montez kind of loses a little focus. Right now she needs, and that's a good time out there, try to get her refocused, get the team refocused, and just remind them, hey, it's about getting the next out. You're 1 pitch away from getting the next out.
2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs. And the pitch is low, 3-0. Betancourt waits on deck. (3-0) strike call, 3-1, taken all the way. And you should be in that situation. (3-1), ball 4. Only the second walk issued by Panther pitching. As Betancourt now, we flip it back to the top. Betancourt grounded out, and a fielder's choice. You see is 0 for 2 in the leadoff spot tonight for the Dragons. High, ball 1-0.
So whatever Alyssa was doing the first 3 2/3 innings, the pause, the taking her time, she needs to go back to that now.
The 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0.
Because whatever she was doing.
Well, they went and warned our coach about something, about what Montez was doing something, and then the umpire motioned to her. So I'm not sure what that was about. Ground ball, Gonzalez eats it up, and the put out.
You're always, in 2 outs, you're 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, and that's what you need to worry about.
So 6 unassisted for out number 3 for the Dragons in that inning. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 left on base. We head to the 5th. Panthers leading 7-1. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Amistad Valenzuela steps to the plate. Valenzuela is 0 for 2, a fielder's choice and a strikeout. Diaz back in the circle for the Dragons. Ground ball right up the middle, first pitch single. Leading off the 5th with a hit. That's the 8th hit of the ball game now for the Panthers. Elena Gonzalez now steps to the plate. Elena is perfect tonight. A double, a walk, and a score 2 runs. Square around the bunt, but that's going to be foul. Good idea for Gonzalez. They were not going to get her if that was fair. They would have not had any plays. That was a great job there, but it just rolls foul. Valenzuela with good speed at first. The 0-1 pitch, square around and bunts again, and that's going to be just foul. So 0-2 now is the count to Elena. Montez waits on deck. The 0-2 pitch, ground, bouncing ball in there, 1-2. Gonzalez tried to lay down 2 bunts there, and both of them just barely rolled foul.
Missed that.
So she's down in the count now, 1-2.
Wouldn't be surprised if she still tries to lay one down.
Diaz with the pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop over to second for the out. Fielder's choice for Gonzalez. Valenzuela is retired. 6-4 for out number 1. We head back to the top of the order in Montez. Montez, a ground out, a walk, a single, scored 2 runs, and has an RBI. Her position has scored 2 runs as Marshall has courtesy run for Montez both times she's been on and came around and scored. That ball is hit into right field. Right fielder down for a base hit. Throw to second in time. As Gonzalez had to hold up there at first base, as it looked like Arcee was going to catch that ball
she did a good
in
job.
the air.
Yeah, she did a good job of making it look like she was going to catch it.
But that's going to be retired. 9-6 for out number 2. Fielder's choice in the books for Montez. So Ariel Chichester now steps to the plate. Chichester popped up to the third baseman. A double, reached on a fielder's choice. She has 2 RBI and a run scored. Marshall, the courtesy runner once again for Montez at first. Ball is lifted into center field. That's
well hit.
Well hit. That ball is off the wall. Marshall will be waved home to Chester with a ringing double off the wall. That's her third RBI for Ariel Chichester.
Ball don't lie, Maury. Ball don't lie. That's all I'll say.
And Marshall comes around and scores her third run of the ball game. That's in Montez's spot. Avery Nash now steps to the plate.
Maury, the boys soccer team, they're giving MacArthur, who's one of the top-ranked teams in the city, a 2-2 game with 1:20 left.
Awesome.
If a playoff game finishes like that, Maury, they go to shootout.
So Nash fouls that back off.
I believe.
Avery flew out, was hit by a pitch, and grounded out. Has an RBI tonight for the Panthers. She is 0 for 2 with an RBI. To Chester, a runner at second. The 0-1 pitch is down low, 1-1.
She don't like, no, one thing she hasn't called is that low strike. This umpire.
1-1. Diaz stares in. The 1-1 delivery. It's a shot into center field. Center fielder coming in and makes the play on the run is Alaquinez. F8 if you're scoring at home for out number 3. But for the Panthers in that inning, 1 run on 2 hits, 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Panthers with an 8-1 lead. Panther softball will continue. We got a reader
we've
for
got
our 5th inning
stretch. Sunrise Restaurant, Uvalde, Texas. Family dining at its best. Located at 510 West Main Street, we are open for breakfast and lunch. On your way through town, stop in and give our mouth-watering breakfast and delicious lunch plates a try. Easy in and easy out. Panther fans will be making many trips this way in the near future, and we want to invite you to stop by. If you are in a hurry, call 830-278-6100. That's 830-278-6100 for to-go orders. Go Panthers, and best of luck this season.
Welcome back to Panther softball. We didn't go anywhere, just had a reader. As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, Panthers with an 8-1 lead. The Dragons will send to the plate Alaquinez, and Garza 2-3-4 in the order for the Dragons. This is a big inning, Jeff.
Yep, big
Panthers inning. Can, get through this at bat here. Maybe you don't have to see these 3 young ladies anymore, which would be nice for Panther pitching.
Man, that wind's picking up again.
Montez back out there for her.
Shouldn't be this way for springtime, Maury. You look like you're cold
especially
again.
Especially when Puxatawny
Field didn't see his
shadow. So Madison Alaquinez at the plate. Madison is 0 for 2. Reached on an error and was a strikeout victim. Takes that pitch for a strike, 0-1.
First pitch there by Montez, getting back on.
Pitch is a shot in the right left field. It gets by Stivers. This may be an inside the park home run. She's going to be waved home, and that's exactly what it is, an inside the park home run for Madison Alaquinez. Stivers gave a dive for it, but just could not come up with it, and with the speed of Alaquinez, she reaches and races around for the home run. So that makes it now 8-2. Paris Alaquinez now steps to the plate.
And that not because she's my daughter, but that's not a bad time to throw a dive at one like that. Although you don't want to give up an in the park home run.
Paris Alaquinez is 0 for 2. She's strikeout victim both times. Was that a strike, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a strike. But you had a 7-run lead.
Takes that
now
pitch
6-run
for a strike, 0-1. Outside and high, 1-1. Ground ball. Chichester eats it up, throw over in time for the out. 5-3 for the put out for out number 1.
That's all you need to do is, get outs. Get outs right here.
Marina Garza steps to the plate. Garza, a strikeout and a flyout, so she is 0 for 2. First pitch to Garza. Foul back into the screen, 0-1.
Good job again by Montez getting ahead of these hitters. It's a huge deal when you can throw first pitch strikes.
The 0-1. Down low, 1-1. The 1-1 to Garza. Strike called, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Just off the plate, 2-2.
Good idea right there. She was pounding her inside. Tried to show one off the plate there. Tried to get a call.
Two and two. Ball is lifted back behind first base. Claire Bain gets it in foul ball territory for the put out.
Nice play there by Claire. She had to run off to the side and make an kind of an over-the-shoulder catch there. Great job. 2 outs.
Two outs now as Isabel Gutierrez steps to the plate. Gutierrez a single and a fly out, so she is 1 for 2. It's a ground ball right in front of the mound. Montez overfields it and on the first for the out. 1-3 for out number 3. For the Dragons in that inning, 1 run on 1 hit. Nobody left on base. We head to the 6th. The score is 8-2 in favor of the Panthers. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Dotson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dotson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Panthers will send to the plate 4, 5, and 6, Vallejo, Stivers, and Castiglione. Vallejo is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Diaz back in there for the Dragons for her second inning of work. Second inning and an out. First pitch. It's a shot up the middle, right at the center fielder out of Keelan as Vallejo gave that ball a ride, but that was an atom ball right at the center fielder, Madison Alaquines, for out number 1.
What'd you call that, an atom ball?
Right atom.
Oh, right atom ball.
An atom ball. Anderson Stivers now steps to the plate, and he popped up to the shortstop, strikeout, singled, and drove in a run. So she is 1 for 3 with an RBI. First pitch is a flare out behind the first base line, and the first baseman Garza in foul ball territory makes the play for out number 2. F3 if you're scoring at home for the put out. That's going to bring up Morgan Castiglione. Morgan singled, popped up and reached on an error and RBI for tonight. So she is 0 for 3 with an RBI. Or excuse me, 1 for 3 with an RBI. That ball is slapped into foul ball territory. Third baseman over and cannot make the play.
It touched the screen.
As she caught it, and then it went off the backstop.
I was going to say, she almost had an immaculate inning.
That was almost a great play by Saldana out there.
Not an immaculate inning, but what is a 3-pitch inning?
A pretty good inning.
Pretty good. Immaculate inning is 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts. No, I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
That was less work. It would have been less work with same work with less pitches. The 0-1 pitch to Castiglione. That ball is fouled back. 0-2. So Diaz checks the wristband for the pitch chart from the pitching coach. And the 0-2 off the plate, 1-2.
And the boys are in overtime or a shootout, whatever it is they do in soccer playoffs.
1-2 just off the plate, 2-2. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. You gonna Google it?
The girls are ahead 5-0 with a minute and a quarter left.
Awesome.
125, so they're going to advance to the second round.
2 balls and 2 strikes as Diaz backs off the rubber, now back on. Gathers herself. Castiglione awaits a 2-2. Flare down the third base line, but foul.
Baseball score is bottom of the third, and it is 2-1. Bobcats still leading the Panthers.
So
baseball.
If the wind is blowing here in that direction, blowing from right to left
it's blowing
in
out
Panther
to left
Field.
field at Panther Stadium, the Panther Den.
Gerald Kemp Field. Ground ball to short. Shortstop. Tough throw. Barely gets Castiglione at first. 6-3. That's a good throw by Betancourt across the field for the out. 1-2-3 for the Panthers. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Panthers lead 8-2. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. The Dragons will send to the plate Diaz, Piedra, and Arce. Diaz singled and scored the first run of the ball game off the bat of Arce. Takes that pitch low, ball 1-0. 1-0 pitch is down low, 2-0. Strike call, 2-1. Ball is lifted into between right and center, and Castiglione takes charge out there for the putout. F8 if you're scoring at home for the out.
They must have been talking.
Good communication out there by the 2 outfielders. Aaron Piedra steps to the plate now. Aaron is 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Oh, no, we're going to have a pinch hitter here, Jeff.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
It says it on there.
Oh, I keep going to the wrong thing. Let me see.
Nope.
Number 5.
Gunaya Santos. Is that what that says?
Oh, you reading it out there on that
Yep.
pretty scoreboard?
Yep. She's the flex player, so she's going to be batting now.
Oh, okay. She should be on your
list. She's batting.
Janaya Santos.
Yep, she's playing second base for the Dragons tonight. She will come in and bat now in Piedra's spot, which was the designated player.
So we do have one out.
Takes that pitch for a ball 1.
Yeah.
1-0. Foul back into the screen, 1-1. Eight to 2, bottom of the 6th. Count is 1-1 on Santos. Ball 2, 2-1. RC waits on deck. Two-1 is outside, 3-1.
Need strikes. Strike balls, no free passes.
Hits are 10-5 in favor of the Panthers. 8-2 is your score. 3-1 to Santos. Ball low, ball 4.
All three of those last pitches, Maury, were all down and away. Like she couldn't find the grip or something.
Only the third walk of the ball game for Panther pitching. RC now steps to the plate. RC a walk, a single, and drove in a run, so she is 1 for 1 with an RBI. Drove in the first run of the ball game. Ball, 1 ball and no strikes. That's 4 pitches that haven't been close. Come on, Alyssa, need to settle down here. Just need to throw strikes. You got a 6-run lead. As Upton now asks for a timeout, going to go talk to Montez. One ball and no strikes. 1 out, runner at first. One 0 pitch. Ball low, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Strike call, 2-1. Santos, the runner at first. The 2-1 pitch to RC. Foul back in the screen, 2-2. Two. Ball 3, 3-2. Full count. Saldana waits on deck. And the pitch. Ball 4. So after a fly ball, back-to-back walks, as Saldana now stepped to the plate. Saldana is 1 for 1. Singled and walked. Just need to throw some strikes here. Let's go.
Okay, they're still tied after the first overtime. Going to the second overtime, and according to the note I got here,
ball 1, 1-0.
They play with a man down. What does that mean? Well, I guess 1 short. You pull somebody out of the game, you play 1 short to try to get a score, I guess.
1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 pitch. Down low, runners get by Upton. bounced the ball in there. It's a wild pitch. 2 balls and no strikes. This is how you get yourself in trouble, Jeff. Free passes.
Yep.
Going to turn it over to the top of the order here after this batter. Two-0 pitch, ball 3.
I mean, they're not close, Maury. They're not close. So there's something mechanically that she's struggling with right now. I don't know if it's fatigue, if she,
3-0 pitch, ball 4. That loads the bases. We head back to the top of the inning. Betancourt will step up. Betancourt is 0 for 3. So after a fly out.
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Looks like she's bringing in Mackenzie Vallejo.
And with that pitching change, Jeff, we're going to take a commercial break. That pitching change is sponsored by Peerless Equipment.
And, yeah, we'll go ahead and take a break.
Commercial break. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. So Vallejo will come in to pitch, and that pitching change is sponsored by Peerless Equipment Company. So Vallejo now will step in, inherits the bases loaded, turns the lineup over back to the top to Tommy Betancourt.
Yeah, and this is not where you wanted to be. You didn't want to have to face the number one, you didn't want to have to face the top of the order again, but number 2, you didn't want to have to face them with the bases loaded.
Just need to get some outs, even if you yield a run or two. You need to get 2 more outs here and get out of this inning. First pitch is ball 1, 1-0. Montez moves to first base. Claire Bay moves out to right. Vallejo from right into the pitching circle. 1-0 pitch is fouled. Ball down the third base line, 1-1. Mackenzie came in mop-up time last Friday against South San and pitched a little bit for the Panthers.
Yeah, she pitched good.
1-1 pitch is a strike call, 1-2.
Yeah, she hadn't seen a lot of innings in district, but in tournament play, she pitched a lot.
Well, she was always around the plate against South San. Never, made them earn their spots if they needed to get on
when
base.
Her junk is good, she's good. When she can locate.
The 1-2.
Like that right there.
Ooh, just in tight under the hands. Wow, 2-2.
Well, this blue has been all over the place.
Wow.
And mind you, the catcher set up on the outside and the pitch went on the inside, so you weren't, in perfect position for it. But
the 2-2. Ground ball to short. Gonzalez over to first. Throw is not in time. That's a tough play. That's an infield single, Jeff.
Yeah, and that's what you can't have happen. You had a ground ball. You got the ground ball like you wanted. This one hit one to the left field last time and hit it in the park home run. You definitely don't want to give something like that up right now.
Madison Alaquinez now steps to the plate. Madison is 1 for 3 with a RBI and a run scored. An infield to park home run. 8-3 now with the bases loaded. And just still that 1 out. The 0-1 pitch. It's high, 1-1. Viejo stares in. The 1-1 pitch is ball outside, 2-1. And the 2-1. Ground ball to second. Second baseman over to first for the out. Good job getting the out.
Give up the run.
4-3 for out number 2. It's going to be an RBI for Alaquines. Run scored for Arce. 2 outs though now. Paris Alaquines at the plate. Paris Alaquines, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. So she is 0 for 3. Runners at second and third with 2 outs.
Got an open base here too. Don't have to, be too aggressive here in this situation.
First pitch is a strike called. 0-1. 8-4 now is your score. 2 runs across here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Big at bat right here for Viejo inside the circle. This would be a huge out. Two-strike pitch. Good job. Trying to change the eye level, trying to get Alaquines to chase that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. High, 2-2. First base is open, but the cleanup hitter Garza waits on deck. Garza is also 0 for 3 tonight. So the 3-4 hitters combined are 0 for 6. The 2-2. Ball is popped up out of play. And then the 2-2. Just off the plate, fills it up.
Not a bad place to miss.
No, it's not.
There. Wouldn't be a bad place to miss there again, as long as you can get the next one out.
So the payoff pitch coming now to Paris Alaquines. And here it is.
Strike 3. Oh my God!
What was that pitch? Jiminy. That
all over, man.
Wow.
It is all over. Now that pitch, Maury, was inside the white line.
That walks to load the bases. The tying run is at the plate, Jeff, in the likes of Marina Garza, who is due. She is 0 for 3. A strikeout and 2 flyouts. Cleanup hitter at the plate. Viejo inside the circle. First pitch is low, ball 1, 1-0. Jeff McKenzie has made some great pitches.
That was
and nothing to show for in these last 2 batters.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, but you go on.
1-0 pitch. That ball is another. Chichester in foul ball territory makes the play.
1 pitch away.
F5 if you're scoring at home for out number 3 for the Dragons in that inning. 2 runs, 1 hit, 3 left on base. We go to the 7th. The Panthers with an 8-4 lead. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Have you ever made a friend by accident? I know I have. This is Alec with Lone Star Towing of Natalia, and I just want to let y'all know that I pay top dollar for your junk, wrecked, and abandoned vehicles. I can even come to your location and tow it out of there at no extra charge. Give me a call at 210-777-0585, and I'll be sure to get you taken care of quickly.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling.
Nope.
Panthers will send to the plate Upton, Valenzuela, and Gonzalez.
We got a lot of things going on, Maury. We got
7, 8, and 9.
The girls soccer team won. They advanced 4-0. The boys soccer team is in second overtime. They're tied right now with MacArthur 2-2. The boys baseball team is down 2-1 in, what did I say, the fifth inning? And we've got an 8-4 game in the seventh here.
First pitch to Upton is a shot into left field. Left fielder going back up against the wall and makes the play for the out. Gutierrez out there. Upton gave that a ride, but just comes up a little short. F7 if you're scoring at home. That's the 10th flyout of Panther batting. Amistad Valenzuela now steps to the plate. Amistad is 1 for 3. Fielder's choice, a strikeout and a single. Diaz back in there. Diaz, Jeff, has pitched good since he's been in there for the Dragons.
Well,
that's another shot into left field. Left fielder Gutierrez going back a couple steps and makes the play.
That's another 2-pitch, 2 outs, Maury.
F7 for out number 2 in the
definitely
inning.
Being aggressive.
Elena Gonzalez now steps to the plate. Gonzalez double walk, fielder's choice. Scored 2 runs for the Panthers.
It's the top of the fourth, and the baseball team has tied it up 2-2.
So Elena is 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. It's a shot down the left field line, but foul. Just wide of the chalk, or the paint, excuse me, on this beautiful turf field.
Man, this is beautiful. Love it. They've done a great job over here. Well, you know, all the facilities over here at Southwest and Southwest Legacy High School, they got really nice facilities. I guess Legacy must have got turf on theirs too, if Southwest High did.
The 0-1. Bunt right in front of the mound. What a play by Paris Alaquines. Wow, she jumped out of there, and that's going to be retired 2-3, and I did not think there was anybody that could throw Gonzalez out on that, and Paris Alaquines just did.
Well,
wow.
What a great play. She pounced out of her stance and got down there and made a nice, strong throw down to first base.
Super play there by the catcher for the Dragons.
3 outs.
For the Panthers in that inning, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Panthers 8-4. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Panthers with an 8-4 lead. Gutierrez, Diaz, and Santos came in and batted for Piedra. Let's see who will come to the plate this time. But Gutierrez will lead off here. Gutierrez a single, fly out, and a ground out, so she is 1 for 3 tonight. Takes that pitch for a ball 1 ball and no strikes.
In this situation here, Maury, they're probably taking until they get a strike. So you want to come in and throw strikes early.
1-0 pitch, strike call, there it is, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Panthers need 3 outs. Southwest needs at least 4 runs. Ground ball right by Montez at first, so a leadoff single for Gutierrez.
It's all right. If they're going to get base hits and they hit you to death and score 4 runs, you know, you got to tip your hat to them.
Diaz steps to the plate now for the Dragons. Diaz came in relief of Terrazas and has pitched a good ball game since he's been in. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Well, they're not taking until they get a strike.
Diaz singled, scored a run, and popped out to Castiglione.
Maury, in the boys' soccer match, they are going to a shootout.
There you go.
So
there's
they
your
play
answer.
2 overtimes, and then nobody scores. They go to a shootout.
The 0-1 pitch. The shot right back up the middle. So 2 singles in a row to start the inning. Vallejo doing what she needs to do, throw strikes, but they're just getting.
They're finding the holes.
Finding the holes, and Jeff, we're only 3 batters away to moving it back to the top of the order.
Yeah.
CC in the run again for the Dragons. Courtesy running for the pitcher. Santos now steps to the plate. Janaya Santos. Janaya walked and scored a run, and her lone at bat tonight. So she has no official at bats with a run scored. First pitch is ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Number 7 hitter in the lineup. Or excuse me, yeah, number 7 batter. The 1-0 pitch. It's outside, 2-0. And the 2-0 ground ball over to first for the putout. Good safe play.
Good.
Vallejo 1-3 for out number 1. Runners advance, but those 2 runners do not mean a thing. The tying run is still in the dugout.
Yeah. She could have very easily turned and thrown it to third or second, but, taking the sure out in this situation when you're up by 4 is big deal.
RC has had a great night tonight for the Dragons. A walk, a single, a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Fouls that one back into the screen. She is 1 for 1, but has been on all 3 times safely with an RBI and a run scored. So a great job by the right fielder for the Dragons tonight. 0-1's the count. Vallejo pitching. Ball 1, 1-1. Saldana waits on deck. Saldana is also perfect, Jeff. The bottom of the lineup, these last 2 batters, they have been on successfully 6 times out of 6. 1-1 pitch is ball down.
I was going to say something about Upton, that last pitch. She really got down there and buried herself in front of that ball. Did a good job of blocking it and keeping it in front without giving a free base.
2-1's the count. RC awaits the pitch, and that's a ground ball to third. Oh, Montez
in that
needed
situation, you got to field that
she
ball.
She needed to field that and tag her out,
yeah.
And she let it roll foul. That would have been an easy out for the second out of the ball game of this inning. Because that run wouldn't meant nothing at the time. But it'd have been a big second out. 2-2. Foul back to the screen. And Jeff, that's just situational.
Yeah, situational.
Softball there. Got to know, if it's hit to me, what do I do with it? Got to think ahead, what the situation is. Count still now at 2-2 as RC fouls that ball back. Full count. Tying run coming to the plate. Should RC find her way on? And the payoff pitch. That ball is fouled back. As I mentioned, Eliana with a walk, a single, a walk, an RBI and a run scored. Vallejo with the pitch, strike called. Big strikeout there.
That was a nice
for
pitch.
Mackenzie Vallejo. Saldana now waits, steps to the plate, the last hope for the Dragons. Saldana a single, a walk, and a walk. So she is 1 for 1, but has reached safely all 3 of her previous at-bats in the number 9 hole. You don't want Betancourt to step to the plate. Pitch is down low, 1-0.
You don't want to give her a free step to the plate. You want to make this one earn it. Keep earning it. Make them keep earning it.
First pitch is a ball, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Runners on the base pass mean nothing right now. A little number right at Viejo for the out. F1 for the third out of the inning. So leadoff singles did not fruition into any runs for the Dragons. Panthers take this big ball game 8-4. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Back to Panther softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Panthers even the series up with the Southwest Dragons as they take this game 8-4. Panthers jumped out early, took a 2-0 lead, and never trailed, never looked back, and never trailed in the ball game. Tanya's Travel by Design player of the game is going to go to Ariel Chichester. Chichester with 3 RBI and a run scored, and great leather flashed at third base for the Panthers. And Jeff, next game will be Thursday. Let's see if the Panthers can even up the contest.
They play with the other first place team
with McCullum. So you can creep yourself right back into
contention.
We're got the playoffs right now, but you can get yourself in contention of a district crown here if you can gather some more wins, and it's going to come down to a big game.
Take them one at a time.
Thursday,
right
not Friday, because Friday's
Good Friday.
Good Friday. So Panthers come away with an 8-4 lead. Maury Stein, along with Jeff Stivers,